Hey guys, I'm just going to make a quick video. This is more or less me just talking about the housing market. I think people are a bunch of liars when it comes to saying, when people say they can't afford housing, oh, it's too expensive. Oh, interest rates are too much. The feds are raising the rates. Oh my God, this house is $700,000, $1 million. Oh, I can't afford this. I have no money. All this is bullshit. Okay, let me explain to you why. Okay, when you guys bought your first car, was it your current car you're using now 10, 20 years later? Was your first car you bought your last car, or was it intended to be your last car? No? Okay, great. So you understand. Is generally the first house you buy going to be the house you live in and die in, unless you're buying your first house at 70 or 80 years old? No, it's not the same thing. So why is it that people have the perception that they have to go out and find the perfect fucking house or the perfect fucking car or what have you? That is not societal based. That's not because of the government. It's people. And let me explain to you why. I'm going to use three different metrics that I use to gauge the stupidity, or rather, people in general when they bitch and moan about wanting to buy a house. Okay, numero uno. The one thing, first thing, don't have enough money. Okay, let's categorize that. Let's figure that out. Let me figure this out with you. Okay. What do you need to, what's the first step of buying a house besides the obvious, finding the house? It's money down. Okay. How do you generally assess one's ability monetarily to buy a house? It's money down. Okay. So rule of thumb, 20% down. We'll go off a metric of a $200,000 house. So 10% of 200,000 is 20. Okay. So you need $40,000 to hit 20% down on a house. It's a big number. I'm not going to sit here in line, sit on my high horse and say, oh shit, that's nothing. Oh, that's not a big deal at all. It's a big number. But how many houses in your prospective area might be sitting around or hovering around 200,000? Are there houses under 200,000? Are there houses above only 200,000? That's for you to know and me to not know at all. I live in the Midwest. Houses over here, you can find a house in my surrounding area or a city for about $200,000. Now, mind you, it's not going to be a mansion. It's not going to be on a lake. It's not going to be in the woods. You're not going to have a third of an acre, but it's going to be a house. Now, regardless of one's standpoint, it's a house. Now, it's going to have four doors or four walls and a door. Regardless, you can live in it. It's sustainable. Okay. So my point is down payment. Now, why do you need 20% down? Okay. If you don't have 20% down, you're going to suffer from something called PMI. It's mortgage insurance. It's money you don't get back. So it's an additional insurance different than your homeowner's insurance, okay, that you have to pay towards the broker, the place lending you the money. So let's use Chase Bank, okay? Buy a house for $200,000. Put 5% down. Believe it or not, most first-time homeowners, they put only 7% down. Well, hon, why is our mortgage rate $2,200 a month? Well, hon, it's because didn't our lender say if you put 20% down, it could have gotten down to like $1,400? Dude, this is where we're at. This is fucking America. This isn't America, but this is its occupants, the people, the stupidity. Okay? Let me use myself as an example. I'm 32. Okay? I lived with my parents for years, in my mid-20s, to save up for a down payment. Years. I gave up every luxury I could. I ate literal beans and rice. I went to the Dollar Tree to feed myself for years. It was not healthy. It was not a good thing, but I saved up my money, my means at the time, my ability to move out and buy my own house, okay? Now, I made payments and stuff to help out my parents at the time, but regardless, I saved up my 20%. Now, this is back in 2018. Housing market was a little bit different, but regardless, I saved up $31,000. $31,000, okay? Understand that. 31K. I sold all my cars. I sold everything, basically, to buy a house. And when I moved into my said place I live in now, I had nothing. I had nothing. No furniture to take in with me. So regardless, okay, 20% down. You need that. That's up to people. That's not society. You don't blame Obama for that, for not having 20%. That's on you because you decided to lease a new vehicle every 3 months for $800 a month. It's stupid. People make stupid life choices. You got to sit with those choices that you make. Regardless, 20% down. Okay, what else? We're looking at money down. We're looking at cost, the cost of ownership overall. What are we looking at, hon? Oh, we should definitely, we make $78,000 combined. You work at the bottle shop and I work in manufacturing. Hun, we can afford our brokerage, our lender said that we can afford a house of $350,000. That's insane that people take this. I'm giving a hypothetical, but your broker, your lender, whoever will give you a loan amount. People tend to look at the highest amount and take house from that loan amount. So my house, I'll be honest, I'll be transparent. I paid $130,000 in 2018 for this place. I love this house. It's great. I'm making it my own. But regardless, paid $130K. I based the home I purchased at the time. I was technically dating someone who's now my wife, but I based that loan on my income and my income alone. Okay, so that 130K made up maybe 30% of my income at the time. It doesn't matter. My mortgage every month. So people will base a house on two incomes. What happens if one of those people loses their job? You're fucked. Okay, you take a pay cut. You're fucked. You want to any amount of things. There's so many variables that can go into not being able to pay your mortgage. Half of those is not having a job, I would assume. Not emergencies, a job. So base the home on one income. What does that mean for someone? That means you're going to have to get a lesser house. That's okay. So we're looking at what? Not having enough down payment. I'm flipping the camera off. Number one, not enough down payment. Okay, that's going to make your mortgage high as fuck if you don't have to have 20% down and you have to pay a PMI, which is an additional monthly cost. Maybe $100, maybe $200 a month. Regardless. There, you're getting fucking raped. You're getting smoked right there. Two, oh, hun, let's max out our lend. Let's max out our loan. You get the biggest fucking house you can possibly get with that loan. Guess what? Your husband, whoever lost their job, you can't make fucking ends meet. Then you start putting shit on credit cards, payday loans. I don't fucking get it. Number three, what's the third fucking criteria of home ownership in terms of buying? Okay, what did we cover? Location, the house cost, not putting enough money down. Let's talk about interest rates. Okay, bought my house in 2018. I've owned multiple cars up until I was a homeowner. What did I do? I got a 4.5, I think 4.5, 4.6% interest rate. At the time now, it's great. At that time, it was not good. It was not uncommon to get 3%, maybe 4%, even 2%. I could have refinanced and got under 2% a couple years later. Regardless, interest rate. What are you talking about? So what I'm talking about is having shitty credit and blaming your life, everybody around you for your said credit. Oh, my parents didn't give me enough knowledge when I was a kid about getting a credit card. Guess what? My parents didn't tell me about sex at all, but I didn't have fucking kids and find out the hard way. I used internet. You can Google shit. In 2024, we landed men on the moon, what, 70 fucking years ago, 1969, 60 years ago almost? And you can't Google how to use a credit card, how to buy a house, what is PMI? How much should a mortgage be based on my income? You can't do any of those criteria. Instead, you buy instead, this is how you fuck your shit up. Oh, I blame Obama. I blame Trump. The housing market's so fucked up. Can't afford it. I don't want to commute outside of my city. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to buy too much house. You're going to max your loan out. You're going to base a house on two incomes when you get said loan. Your wife loses their job. Or the third thing, credit score. Okay, let's talk about credit score. You have a 650 credit score. Prepare to get your dick smoked by your lender. They're going to rape you with interest. 7%, 8%. The average right now is 6.5%. We're in August of 2024. 6.6% is considered good. But guess what? You have a credit score of 650, 640. You're going to get 8%. Get your dick smoked. Even worse, having a flexible loan that fucking flexes. Interest feds go up, your fucking mortgage goes up. It's ridiculous. I don't understand. It's not that houses are so expensive. It's that people are getting stupider. IQ is fucking dropping. I kid you not. I live in the Midwest. Someone that works at Walmart, and let's say you're a Night Stalker making $20 an hour. I swear to God, in 3 years, they can save up enough money if you cut out the dumb shit, as long as you don't have kids, by the way. That's a whole nother video I'm going to make. A person that works at Walmart in the Midwest, if they make $20 an hour, can conceivably save up money and be a homeowner within 3 years, maybe even 2 years, as long as their credit's not in the fucking gutter. And have an interest rate in a mortgage that's tangible, something that's, you know, 12, 13, 14, $1,500 a month. It might be 50% of their income for a little bit. Depends. But holy shit, is that more expensive than today's renting? No. People have all these loans and shit. They're renting cars. A lease is a fucking leasing a car. Oh my god, I'm gonna get into this shit later. But yeah, I'm just shooting the shit out here. Home ownership is not a scam. People are fucking lazy, and anybody can afford a house as long as you're not making $8 an hour like it's 2014. It's fucking ridiculous out here, guys.